Thank you for tuning in to the reading produced by Black Spectrum Network. Click the subscribe button and hit the bell button to get the latest updates on this channel. You can purchase a private psychic reading by going to blackspectrumnetwork.com. If you want spiritual guidance to learn how to work with your ancestors, or you're interested in deepening your spiritual experiences, subscribe to our Patreon. You can get these and other videos at least 1 week ahead of their YouTube release date. That's patreon.com/Black Spectrum Network. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into this psychic reading about Monica. People have been requesting a Monica reading for forever, and I'm finally about to give you all a Monica reading. This reading is probably going to be very long because there are a lot of questions. So hope that you all have food ready for this particular reading. It is definitely going to be at least 40 minutes given all the questions that I have. Okay, so we're going to do a personality reading on Monica. The first card that we pull for Monica is the card for the Seeker, which is speaking about her having a thirst for wisdom and trying to find the truth in wherever she can seek it. Monica's someone that has this Seeker card ain't really telling me that she's actually looking for wisdom. This Secret card is actually telling me that she's nosy as hell and she likes to be in other people's business. But Monica doesn't like to. It's like she covers up her tracks. I get that she is someone that doesn't leave a digital footprint. She doesn't leave any footprint. It's like Monica is someone that if she's trying to get to know you, she's trying to get to know like your shadow self or like the things that you have going on about you in the dark. I'm also saying that Monica is someone that she dresses up her drama. She's very private about how she's very private, and she has a unique way of reframing her everyday challenges. I'm saying that, but I really do see that Monica is someone that she always like. She has her finger, like she has at least a pinky in somebody else's business, and she stirs it just a little bit, and she takes her pinky out. It's like, but you don't know that she's stirring it. But Monica is someone that I see her chewing her food, and I see her as someone that's chewing her food and watching her friends go at it, and then but her kind of just being in the middle. Like, you know, I knew that this was going down. I already knew that Sashay was gonna talk shit about Tanisha, and I'm just, you know, I ordered this chicken Alfredo because I already, you know, I knew that Alfredo was gonna go good with this argument. Monica is funny like that. Like she seeks out tea. The Mystic card is talking about her. She's very spiritual. Monica is, I don't know if she goes to church all the time, but I do believe that she really has a relationship with God. I will tell you that. I'm picking up from Monica's energy. I see her singing in the choir a lot. I do see her going to church. I see her tithing, and I see her always trying to give back to young girls. And I don't think that she reads the Bible, but she's someone that preaches about the principles of Jesus, and she tries to be as Jesus-like as possible. But I get this gospel energy about her. I don't see her having friends that are gospel singers, but I do get that she's probably heavily involved in the church community out here in Atlanta. Okay. All right, so the Warrior card is talking about Monica can fight. Okay, Monica will beat your ass. And Monica, but her warrior energy is subdued. She is someone that fights over her children. But I am seeing her being someone that tries her best to cut. She tries her best to she uses her words to cut you, and she tries her best to remain polite while doing it. And I see that she's become incredibly skillful with her words. She's a samurai with her tongue. And because of this secret card, she knows how to get underneath your skin, or she will say small petty things that will really bother you. I'm seeing that Monica is also someone that she's very protective of her family, and if you mess with her family, you're messing with her. She has like a mafia style mentality when it comes to her family now. Now, the card for the fool is not about her being a fool. The card for the fool is saying that she wears a mask around a lot of people to keep other people to keep them guessing about who she is. I'm seeing that Monica actually has a very unique and dark sense of humor as well. It's the fact that Monica can be very shady. I get this energy that Monica can be very shady, and she tries not to be because she doesn't want to be perceived as a bitch. Nevertheless, she doesn't mind being perceived as a bitch. She just wants you to laugh at the things that she says if she goes, and if she hits you below the belt. The fool is also saying that she's someone that gravitates towards people who wear their emotions on their sleeves because she feels like she can see. She doesn't feel like she can trust you more than the person that represses their feelings. It's just that she feels that she can better deal with you because she knows what you come with. And because she finds people who are extroverted interesting. The Pioneer card is speaking about Monica being someone that I get that she's a ghostwriter for different musicians. And I'm seeing that her songwriting is probably like her ghostwriting is what she eats off of sometimes. The Pioneer card is saying that she I don't think that there's any I'm not saying that there's anything particularly unique about her songwriting skills, but the Pioneer card is saying that she is definitely someone that promotes herself privately as a songwriter. In doing so, that's something that she's never done before. So the Pioneer card is more so about her than it is about comparing her to other people that are songwriters. That being said, this is all to say that Monica's energy is very, she's very focused on herself all the time. All right, the card for the teacher is saying that, exactly what it says. Monica is a teacher of experience. She's a teacher of knowledge. She's a teacher of skill. I'm getting that she can teach people how to sing as well. I feel that Monica has Monica's scholarly knowledge of music. She could probably call herself a professor of music. At least of vocal music. I also get the feeling that she can play an instrument as well. But she's also into history, like religion and African American history. The card for the servant is speaking about her devotion to her children, and that's all that she loves. She loves her kids. She serves them with a free heart, and she will give them anything that they ask for. But beyond that, she doesn't fuck with anybody. She cares very deeply about the world. She can empathize with other people, but at the end of the day, if The Walking Dead were real, Monica and you were her best friend, if you died, Monica is going to keep going. As long as her kids are alive, she's going to keep going. She's going to live until season 10, okay? And she's not going to cry about you. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's talk more about Monica. Let's talk about Monica's love style. How is Monica as a lover? How do you all think Monica is as a lover? You all think she's aggressive, she's demure, shy, she doesn't know what she wants? How is Monica as a lover? Oops. I get that Monica I get that Monica is she's very loyal. I get that Monica's very loyal, but I see that she could get bored easily. She's into guys that are she's into guys that are romantic, men that have strong bonds with their mothers. She's also into men that are that have a youthful look to themselves. I get that Monica has issues with anxiety in relationships. She's always looking over her shoulder and looking over her husband's shoulder to make sure that there's no one trying, or not even her husband, but her partner's shoulder, trying to make sure no one's going to, I guess, cause problems for her marriage. Monica prays a lot over her marriage, over her marriages and relationships. She's someone that's always praying for peace and discernment. She prays for good luck, like for good sex too. Like she's someone, she's like, I also pray that he's well endowed. Like she's not afraid to say those things. Like she feels like God is her best friend. And I want to say that she is someone that love is kind of philosophical for her, that she feels like love is supposed to have a beginning, a middle, and an end, but you're supposed to learn lessons from it, whether that ending is happy or not. But I do see that she gets bored. She can get bored easily. She's into men that are arrogant and men that are really masculine as well. And she also has a tendency to get with guys that are delusional. Like these guys have a lot of confidence, but they are confident about things that are not real, that are not really there. So that's what makes them delusional. So yeah, that's how she is as a lover. Let's see. How is Monica as a sexual partner? How is Monica in the bedroom? What is Monica like in the bedroom? Let's see. What is Monica like in the bedroom? I want to know what Monica's like in the bedroom. Oh, crap. Let's do a shuffle again. Monica is someone that Monica has definitely pleasured herself better than men have pleasured her before. I see that at times she can prefer masturbation. She's into food in the bedroom, oils. I'm also saying that Monica, I don't think that it's that she doesn't like sex. I just get that she has a complicated relationship with sex. She likes the idea of being sexy, but having sex with another man, I feel like that's much more spiritual for her. Having sex with somebody else is usually for baby making. As far as the pleasureful aspects of it, she likes for it to be more sensual than sexual. Meaning that she is typically wanting, she typically wants it to. She gets pleasure based off of being caressed, touched, especially having her feet rubbed. She's into sweet aromas and being well fed before she has sex as well. She likes silk sheets and she's into big muscles. Monica is someone that when she's extremely devoted to her husband, she does believe in, giving, offering him a threesome, because she feels like a manly man should, want, more than one woman. Like in an ideal world, her ideal husband would make her want to submit so much that she would want to give him those things, even though she doesn't have the desire to have threesomes herself. She is someone that when she has sex, she will become whatever her partner wants. She is passive. She does give oral sex. She really enjoys oral sex, but giving is definitely a pleasure for her. She enjoys missionary, but some of the best experiences that she's had have been while standing. And she's not into recording, but she does have fantasies of under the right circumstances being able to record her experiences. And she likes to have sex drunk. That's another thing. Okay, so that is how she is as a lover. Hit the skull emoji if you're enjoying this reading. All right, so let's look at some other things going on with the singer Monica in her life. So what made Monica work with Dallas Austin? What made her work with Dallas Austin? We want to know, why did Monica work with Dallas Austin? I feel like, okay. I feel like Dallas Austin was attracted to her, and I don't know if there's an age difference here. I don't know if there's any, if what I'm saying is pedophilic, any of that. But I feel like he was attracted to her. But I don't see him acting on it. I see him being very interested in working with her because he was attracted to her. Nevertheless, in not acting on it, I do see them making a lot of money together. Okay. I think that he had to get her to travel to him for them to work together. And I'm saying that he planned out her project for her. The other thing was that they both felt like they made magic together. So I'm seeing this as he felt like he had to groom her and prepare her to be in the music industry, and she went along with it. She was I don't want to say that this was I really want to say that his Dallas Austin gives me like a fairy godmother vibe about him, where he's like, he's like, Monica, what do you want your career to look like? And she's like, I want to get a Grammy. He's like, bibbity bobbity boo. I'm also saying that he was interested in working with Monica because he felt like she was wiser than her years. He felt like she was very smart as well. He felt like she was wiser than her age, not wiser than her years. I apologize. Okay. These cards keep bringing up sex again. So yeah, I'm saying again, they're saying the same thing. He was attracted to her. There was a lust. There was a sexual lust, but there was also, Dallas Austin is someone that I feel like he gravitates towards power. So if he's into you, sexually, it's because you're going to elevate his career in some way. He felt like she was creative. But with the Ace of Discs being here, it's like there's money and sex involved, but I'm not seeing those things being acted upon because I feel like Monica's mom was surveilling her too much, surveilling her at the, adequately, the adequate amount to keep her from being a victim of sexual abuse. I'm seeing this as like, I'm saying this is Monica being promised, hey, I'm gonna help make you out. I'm gonna help you get out of the hood because I believe in you, and I see her trusting him with it. But I also see them falling out too. I don't see their relationship, staying solid with each other. So I feel like they may have been. Similar to Sierra and Jazzy Faye. So let's ask some other stuff. Let's talk about Aaliyah. Were you all fans of Aaliyah? And if you were a fan of Aaliyah, have you watched my whether you were or weren't a fan of Aaliyah, have you watched my psychic reading on Aaliyah? And did you enjoy it? What did Monica think of Aaliyah? Okay, this is talking about Aaliyah's death. These cards are saying that Monica was told by us, by the spirit that she was going to lose a friend or that a death was coming. But she didn't know that it was going to be Aaliyah. She feels that Aaliyah's death ruined the music industry. She's like, if Aaliyah was still around, music would probably be a lot better. She felt like Aaliyah was part of. She felt like Aaliyah was too young. She's like, I'm worried. She's like, I'm worried that here's what I get. I'm saying that Monica was aware that Aaliyah had a certain vision for how she wanted the music industry to evolve because of her, by way of her impact on it. So, Aaliyah trying to predict, what the music industry would look like given, herself still being alive. Monica is privy to that information. I feel very strongly that Monica feels that there are other people that could have passed away that contributed nothing to music, that have failed to advance it, and probably and are in some ways helping to gentrify it. Monica feels like Aaliyah, she's like, if Aaliyah was still alive, things would just be different. That's what I hear her saying. She was disappointed in the death, but I'm not seeing her being, I see her being disappointed, but I don't see her being shaken by it. The reason being, I feel like Monica has seen many people die, and when Aaliyah died, she's like, I'm really sad for this, and I do see, Monica crying over it. This is not something that she wants to forget, and she's not trying to play hard about it, but Monica has seen. She's like, I have seen so many people die that it's difficult for me to take her death more, to let Aaliyah's death affect me on a more traumatic level than the deaths of other people with whom I've been closer to. All right, so what about Monica's feelings towards Usher? Let's look at, how does she feel about Usher? What did Monica feel about Usher? Monica and Usher. What's up with Monica and Usher? She's like, I knew he was going to be a successful, married, controlling bastard, but I feel like she's friends with him. But she's like, I knew he's going to be a successful, controlling, married bastard. I knew it back then. All the girls always wanted him. He was so well dressed. But she she's shocked by but what she thinks of him, she's shocked by where his career has declined. She's like, I don't know how the hell that happened. She thought that he was going to she was like, I thought that he would have Beyonce's type of success and still be able to do that. But I see her comparing him to Justin Timberlake. I feel like, Monica respects Usher. They're still good friends with each other. Yeah, they're good friends with each other. It's just that I feel like Usher would like for their friendship to be a little bit deeper, but Monica is a little bit more weary of that because I feel like she thinks that Usher's a little bit messy. I also feel like Monica may be friends with I feel like Monica may be friends with Usher's wife or baby mama as well. I'm saying it as I see this overall as like she has a positive impression of Usher, though they're not too close to one another. All right, so and what are Monica's feelings towards Escape? What's your favorite Escape song? What's y'all's favorite Escape song? I'm gonna tell y'all my favorite Escape song. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control, and something takes over me. I'm just playing. I know this SWV. I don't have a favorite Escape song because I guess it would be I'ma take you on a fantasy ride. Some about the universe, some, and the softest place on earth. Yeah. All right. I'm just going to, here's a bonus card. Bonus card. We're going to read about the bonus card. Okay, so her feelings towards Escape. I see her being disappointed in the dissolution of the group. But what's funny is I can see that she took Candy's, like, I feel like Monica's feelings towards Escape are, I'm disappointed that the group broke up. Though I wasn't fond of half of the members, I like Candy. Isn't Monica on Tiny and on that Hustler show too? That would make sense. Half of them, yeah. I see this as pretty much like Monica. I think that I don't know if they toured or something, but I feel like there's an issue that Monica has with some of the other group members that happened back because of some touring stuff. Well, a thank you bonus card because it wouldn't have picked up that information. She feels like they don't need to get back together. She feels like the chemistry is dead, and that should be done. She also doesn't really predict any future success for them. But let's see, what does she feel back in the day? She felt like they couldn't sing, and she was wondering how they made so much money. And she felt like their success was slow. She was like, they could perhaps become more of a more popular group if they could sing. That's how I feel she felt back in the 90s. Or yeah, the 90s. Monica was the 90s. Okay. So let's talk about Monica's experience recording The Boy Is Mine. Yeah, let's talk about that. What was her experience like recording The Boy Is Mine? Monica's experience recording The Boy Is Mine. The Boy Is Mine, The Boy Is Mine, The Boy Is Mine, The Boy Is Mine. put this here. Okay. So all right, so Monica, this I feel like this song was written for Monica, and this song was given to Monica, and that's what Monica thought, but it was actually written for and given to Brandy. Nevertheless, I feel like Monica still believes to this day that the song was originally hers, even though factually that's not true. And I'm saying that Monica was I'm saying that Monica recorded the song because she felt in her mind that the song was hers anyway. And when it, for better or worse, it's when it came to recording the track, she was like, I'm just gonna get in here and just get this shit over with. Like, let's sing this as quickly as we can. Let's hurry up and get this over with. I'm seeing Monica holding her tongue. She felt like Brandy was very whiny, and also I also see points where Monica was just kind of staring at Brandy and just like killing her dead. You know, she's like, why the fuck does she look like a piranha? Like, I see her like, just like, you know, why does she sing like that? You know, Monica was like, hey, I'm going to make the best of it because we're going to make a lot of money from this track. I know that this song is going to shoot to the top of the charts because my team had been telling me about this hit that had been written for me that was going to give me my Grammy. I see this as, from Monica's experience of recording The Boy Is Mine, she felt that Brandy was taking slight jabs and slight digs at her, and also she felt that Brandy was trying to out-sing her, even though they were both being instructed how to sing the song. And I see this as Monica and Brandy. I feel like what became of this was a situation in the future where they were arguing over whose boy was who. I feel like Monica became a little bit suspicious of Brandy, of like, you know, is she dating the same guy that I'm dating? Does she know? Like, that sort of thing. Monica's a suspicious person anyway. But now the rest of the reading is saying that what got Monica through their recording session was just being consistent and keeping her mouth closed. And I see it took a lot for her to hold everything in. Now, the other people in the studio knew that those two girls were filming with each other, particularly Monica. They were like, hey, Monica is going to cut this girl, you know, with her tongue. And it's like, you know, it's going to be over for Brandy. She might run out of here and cry for like 2 or 3 days and never come out of her closet. But the thing is that I see Monica hoping that the thing is that even though Monica's experiencing all these negative feelings, she's still hoping and being very optimistic that she and Brandy can amicably work this out through the track. But I see it as Monica felt like as long as she didn't fight her in the studio, everything was cool between them. She's like, you know, I maintained my composure and I did what I needed to do. It's as simple as that. If you want to know what Brandy's experience was like, make sure y'all check out the Brandy reading. Hit the skull emoji if you checked out the Brandy reading already. All right. So what are Monica's current feelings towards Brandy? Monica's current feelings towards Brandy. Okay. What are Monica's current feelings towards Brandy? She hates that Brandy's career is where it is. She feels like, and when I say that, she feels like she hates that Brandy is not creating more music. She feels like Brandy's in a she has artist block and she hates that for her. She's like, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Um, she wants to repair the relationship with her. She feels like she's like, I feel like we're too old for this, and I believe that God can fix anything. I'm still open to working this out with her. She prays for Brandy. She prays that Brandy's career, she prays that Brandy's career, I guess you can say, stops taking a nosedive and starts, I guess you could say, shooting to the moon. And I'm also saying that Monica has some tea on Brandy's relationships and stuff, and she hopes that, like, she's like, girl, I hope that you find a guy that's as passionate about you as you are about them. Like, she hopes that's what she wants for Brandy. She feels like Brandy is still still a very hollow person. She's like, Brandy's still trying to be deep. Like, she's still trying to find herself. And she's like, Brandy's still just she's so by the book, so by the rules. Everything has to be picture perfect, and that's how she wants to project everything in every situation. She feels like when Brandy tries to be different, she's still lame as well. So she's like, when Brandy tries to buck up against the system, she just looks like a lame duck to me. And she feels like Brandy is responsible for her reputation being a lot more obscure to people. It's like Monica has kept tabs on Brandy's gossip behind the scenes, and she's like, I feel like Brandy's kind of squandered a few opportunities before. She feels like Brandy has failed to grow and mature. She feels like she's like, I feel like her money may be drying up. Where's her investments going? Why is she still trying to pick fights with me? Monica feels like Brandy's trying to control. She's like, why is she trying to control the narrative behind things that happened back in the 90s? She needs to try to control her man. That's how she is. She's like, she picks these bitch made dudes. And she's lucky that she's like, if this were back then, she knows what's up. But I'm gonna pray for her. I see it. That's what I see. That's how I see it. All right. So what was the effect of her boyfriend Jarvis Weems committing suicide? So what effect did her boyfriend's suicide have on her psyche? What effect did her boyfriend's suicide have on her psyche? Hit the skull emoji if you're enjoying this reading. It ruined her. I mean, that's it. It ruined her. This devastated her. She didn't want to work anymore. This was the love of her. This was the love of her life. And I get that his death is probably the reason that she stopped producing music for some time. I don't know when he died. Maybe this was after the second album that she had produced or something. But I'm getting that there was a hiatus that she felt that she needed to take. It's like Mortal Kombat. Like, this was a crushing blow. It's like fatality, finish Monica. Like, she's like, she could have taken herself out. She's definitely like a ride or die person. Like, I could have died with you, is how she feels. I'm also saying that she feels like she could have given him I feel like she's like, I could have given him money. Like I feel like he was always after money, and I feel like he owed people a lot of money, and she wanted to help him, but he was trying to keep her out of that. Um that's what I see. I don't think suicide is going to have any positive effects on anyone's psyche unless it's your rapist that's committing suicide, and let's celebrate that. Let's see. Anything else with her boyfriend Jarvis? I didn't ask to go with you to Mexico. I really didn't need the shopping spree in LA on Melrose. Boy, if you didn't know it, well now you know. Oh. What y'all think of this song? Y'all what's the name of that song? You should have known better. Type the lyrics. There's a thing I would leave. Type the lyrics out, y'all. All right, so this brought her closer to God. She felt like it was God's. She had to convince herself that this was God's timing for this to happen. But I'm saying I do see that the sorrow the sorrow that was generated from his death sits at the bottom of her gut to this day. It's something that can still give her nightmares, and she has dreams about him. I would say to Monica that she needs to contact a medium, because I wouldn't be surprised. I would definitely not be surprised if he doesn't have a lot of messages for you, and perhaps even a lot of advice to helping you reignite interest in your career from the general public. All right, so now we're going to ask the question about. We're about to get into her relationship with Shannon Brown. All right, so let's talk about her relationship with Shannon Brown. I'm going to use this deck. All right. Whoops. Her relationship with Shannon Brown. So, we want to know, what was Monica's relationship with Shannon Brown like? What was her relationship with Shannon Brown like? What was her relationship with Shannon Brown like? From the beginning of this, okay, so what I can tell you off right now, from the beginning, I see that she never knew where this relationship was going, to be honest with you. He pursued her. I feel like she felt like this was God's timing, because she felt like this was, because I get that Shannon Brown pursued her, told her that he wanted to marry her, and she felt like this was God's timing. That she felt very strongly that this was the way that their love story was playing out, was indicating to her that God had intended for them to be together. I'm also saying that he approached her when she was coming off the tail end of a relationship as well, and she was trying to I guess you could say mellow herself out and find herself spiritually as well. I'm getting that she may have been facing some financial obstacles due to issues with a record label or an album that may not have sold as much as she wanted it to. And then I'm saying that I don't know if they had a baby prior to them being married, but I feel like he intentionally tried to impregnate her. I get that she felt like she could have learned a lot from him as well. And I'm also saying that this relationship was highly choreographed. I'm saying this as Shannon, like it's like it played out too much like a Disney movie. It was, and I get that that's how he wanted it to look, but again, this is definitely a too good to be true approach that he delivered to her. that's how I see their relationship starting. Now, Shannon is controlling and Monica is controlling as well. Both of them are controlling. Um and I'm saying that they got married. I just see that they got married to each other because like no, that's a different question. But both of them are controlling. And I see them butting heads because of that. Um I see it as at first their relationship involved everybody. It was like it's cool. This is a great relationship. It's like, hey, this is my homie, this is my friend. Come meet Candy, come meet Tiny, come meet Ti, come meet all these different people. Shannon's like, come meet these players and all this other stuff. I see it as they definitely brought their friendship circles together with one another. But I'm saying it as Monica being the one that started picking up. It's like she started noticing certain things about him when they got engaged to one another that I just feel that she was constantly overlooking because she felt like she had met her soulmate. And so they're also saying that Monica had planned to try to end things during the engagement, but I'm saying that she kind of questioned, she wasn't sure. She didn't trust the things that she was picking up on about him. Now, some of the things that she was picking that were making her reevaluate the situation were the fact that he presented himself to be a gentleman, but it seemed that from his homeboys, the people he was hanging around, that he may have had more. He may have been more sexual. He was more promiscuous than what than what he was presenting himself to be. And I see her being suspicious about that and hesitant to deal with him. But again, I see her still getting to know him, enjoying what she's learning about him, and still thinking about how he approached her. It's like, it's like the way he's approached me is how I've always wanted, a guy to approach me, is the things that I've written down. I don't know if she was reading Solving Single or The Sacred Woman, or if those books was even out by the time she got married. But I think he may have had children outside of I think he may have already had children, but if he doesn't, whether he does or he doesn't, I think that matters. Because I see her seeing him as a family man, and she liked his the way that he spent his money. I get that maybe a pastor, or she has a friend that she really trusts, like their intuition or something, and she's like, I feel like this friend, she's like, I feel like this, I feel like it was divinely meant for us to be together. I'm trying to see what else I can see about this, just from this particular angle, but I'm saying it as she ignored the flags, and she felt, and some of the other red flags are that he's codependent as well. So he is someone that gets himself into a lot of trouble. So I see her having to give him advice on bailing himself out with, like, women that he may have dealt with. Which is kind of crazy because I don't know if they are friends with each other, if they're really friends with each other, but I do see her at some points giving him advice on women that he was dealing with outside of their marriage. She's gotten him to move out several times as well. I feel like she's put his stuff out when he was out on the road. And I feel like they've lived separately from one another, and it's also showing that he's a liar, but he comes forward with the truth when he feels like his secrets are going to come out. And he's like, well, I know this is already about to come out, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell the truth. And I see that this caused them a hell of a lot of problems in their marriage. It's like they had, as soon as they tied the knot, everything went downhill from there. And I see it as Monica has been very vocal about her problems, like what she wants to see changed, but he wasn't listening to her. Yeah, Monica has felt alone in her marriage since she's gotten married. She's just like, I have a ring. Um, I guess one of the lessons that she learned was that that to have to be married without having an actual spiritual union to your partner means that you're just married to someone legally and you're single. In reality, like in reality, your everyday interactions and the way that you feel about and conceptualize your life shows that you're single, but you're legally married. Okay, so was he faithful to her? I mean, let's ask that. Was he faithful to her? Was Shannon faithful to Monica? He started cheating on her when she was pregnant. When she started having children with him, when she was pregnant, that's when he would start cheating. And I'm seeing it as he became less attracted to her because of her body shape. And I'm getting that there's a little bit of vanity about him, and also because of her mood swings as well. He has a tendency to be in crabby moods. And I get that his mood can change. If she's on her, in the words of my friend, in the words of one of my friends' husbands, if she's on her period, then he's on his comma. It's like he felt that it's like she's pregnant, not having sex with me. I'm attracted, but I guess she don't really want to do it like that. Let me go and do something else. He definitely wasn't afraid to go out with his boys at any point in time, especially when she was pregnant. I see her calling his phone a lot, and I see him like saying, I see him trying to work through her phone calls like while she's pregnant. And I'm seeing that a lot of the women that he slept with were women that he met online. I'm also seeing him sleeping with other musicians as well, like young women musicians. But he would message these girls online. What's also interesting is that he has sex to escape from stress as well. I mean, despite all of that, he felt like that was his wife. Like he felt like that was his soulmate. He's like, this is my wife, this is my soulmate. But this is all talk. Like it's all talk. He didn't feel that in his heart. I see that he felt like he felt like he's like, no matter how much attention I give her, it's never going to be enough. No matter how much love I give her, it's never going to be enough. So that those are some of the reasons why he would step out. Okay, so why do y'all think that those are legitimate reasons to cheat on someone? Is there ever a legitimate reason to cheat on someone? What if you're trying to cheat back on someone? Is it okay to cheat back on someone? Like if they cheat on you and you cheat back, is that okay? Hit the skull emoji if you ever got cheated on and you cheated back on that person to get back at them. All right, so let's see. Why did Monica and Shannon Brown divorce? Monica had everybody telling her, girl, leave him alone. Everybody. And the thing is that Monica keeps her business to herself, but everybody that she told her business to was like, it's over. There's nothing that you can do to make this happen. And I feel that Monica, it took her a while to get to be okay with that, because she felt like Monica's somebody who says, you know, I've been married. If I'm going to be married, I'm going to make it work. I've never been married before. And if this relationship fails, I could be a failure. And she's clingy as well. So she doesn't want to leave. She doesn't want to leave. The other thing was, it was like, for better or worse, she just didn't want to leave him alone. She felt that she had to. I feel like he had a baby on her. I feel like Shannon Brown had a baby on her. And I feel like things were confirmed for her. And that's when she was just like, this is it. That's what I'm seeing taking, like, that's what I see catalyzing her to file, catalyzing the divorce filing process for her. Now, I'm also seeing here in the cards that she didn't want this to be public, but I mean, because the divorce documents are public, she's not going to say anything about it. But I don't think that they've been living together for a while. So her divorce, I feel like they've been separated for a minute, and her divorcing, she just went ahead and had to do it because she was like, look, if he's going to have a baby by another girl and then take care of that, excuse my language, take care of that bitch's kids. I'm done. That's how I see her saying it. All right. So can they get back together? We're going to do 3-card pool. Can they, oops, messing up all my little cloth. Can they get back together? If Shannon Brown casts a magical spell and takes some of Monica's pubic hair and puts it underneath a plant, then absolutely. Like, it's like, yes, they can, but that's not going to happen. She's not trying to make that happen. She's not trying to make it happen, but Shannon Brown, I get that he's kind of like, I mean, you never know. Shannon's definitely somebody, he's like, look, I know I fucked up, but you know, there's still he's like, you never know what might happen in the future. I might be 80 years old and we get back together. Okay, so what's next for Monica and her music career? What's next for her and her music career? I feel like she's either going to sign a new deal. But I see her. I feel like she's either signing a new deal or she's trying to come out of a contract that's been bad for her. It's either she's coming out of a contract that's been bad for her, or she's about to sign a contract that's going to be bad for her. But I see that being what's putting the music on pause for her is about like how to get it released. She's trying to find other ways to build buzz around who she is, and she's relying a lot on social media to do so as of right now. But I'm not sure if we're going to get more music from her. It's just that she is trying to handle the financial components of creating an album, and then she's going to get into the actual, creative, the actual creation of it, the production component. So with that being said, I guess I may see, I'm definitely seeing a track that comes out this year, but perhaps not so much an album, because she's trying to figure out who she wants to sign to and what her because these labels have to construct a product promotion plan around your project. So she has to think about how are they going to brand her, what is going to be her campaign, when will it launch, and does she really even want to agree to that? So I see her being tied up in a lot of political like financial, political shit right now, before any music can get released. Okay, so thank you for tuning in to The Reading, produced by Black Spectrum Network. Click the subscribe button and hit the bell button to get the latest updates on this channel. You can purchase a private psychic reading by going to blackspectrumnetwork.com. If you want spiritual guidance to learn how to work with your ancestors, or you're interested in deepening your spiritual experiences, subscribe to our Patreon. You can get these and other videos at least 1 week ahead of their YouTube release date. That's patreon.com/Black Spectrum Network. Before I go, I leave you with these words of wisdom from the rapper Dreezy. Gave mercy to these hoes. What would Jesus do? I'm your reader, Nengzo, and remember, the truth is always collaborative. Thanks for watching.
So fuel my fire, take me higher.